Ericus grew up hearing stories about the future, legends and tales of great events to come. The world was shattered generations ago, and it was slowly dying. It was now hundreds of different worlds, separated and isolated. Only he and his home knew the truth. All the other worlds lived blissfully unaware. They didn't know that the end of reality was coming, or that the world ended before. But Ericus wanted to stop this apocalypse from returning. He grew up hearing stories of his grandfather fighting darkness and bringing order to the fractured worlds around them. Every day, Ericus would go to school and play chess with his best friend Xehanort. The two of them were close, and they played hundreds of games together. Ericus was optimistic, and Xehanort was realistic. The two seemed to be perfect opposites. Ericus wanted to be a light in the darkness, and Xehanort wanted to understand the dark. The two of them argued a lot. They spoke about legends and prophecies, not knowing that they were destined to control the fate of everything. After some time together, tragedy struck, and before they knew it, all their classmates were dead. Xehanort was never the same after that day, after he killed Baldur. Ericus desperately wanted to purge the darkness out of him, but Xehanort just struck Baldur down. They drifted apart after that, no longer talking for months at a time. Eventually, they graduated. Ericus was named Odin's successor, the new Keyblade Master. He was chosen to lead the next generation, to create the newest Keyblade wielders. And Xehanort was given a high honor. He was given No Name, the ancient Keyblade, and destined to travel the worlds alone. Ericus had tried for years to convince Xehanort that darkness was evil, that it needed to be purged and resisted at all costs. But Xehanort wouldn't listen. He was determined to leave their world and travel the cosmos. He was almost compelled. He didn't know why he was doing the things he did. He just knew it was what he wanted deep down. After 7 years, Ericus tried to knock some sense into him, but Xehanort was way too strong. The darkness made him more powerful. Ericus wouldn't see him for decades. Eventually, he trained 2 perfect students, the headstrong Terra and the intelligent Aqua. He knew Aqua would one day replace him. Xehanort returned to his doorstep, begging Ericus to join him, to create Kingdom Hearts and destroy everything. Xehanort was insane. He believed that darkness was everything's true nature, that everyone was evil deep down, and that everything and everyone needed to be one with the darkness in order to be whole again. Ericus had to stop him. He needed to purge this evil from his long-lost friend, but he failed. His face was scarred, Xehanort was gone. A few years later, Xehanort began to write letters to Ericus, convincing him that he had changed, that he was good, that he saw the error of his ways. He wasn't going to summon Kingdom Hearts. He wasn't going to destroy the universe. He saw the light. So, he returned. He brought Ericus a new student, a very damaged kid named Ventus. Ericus was blinded by his memories of Xehanort. Why was this kid so broken? Why couldn't he remember anything? Why was his heart so shattered? Xehanort told him that he had nothing more to teach this kid, and Ericus would do a much better job. Ericus wasn't completely sure about Xehanort, or why this kid was so messed up, but he trained this kid alongside his other students. And after some time together, they were like a family. Terra was like a son to him. Ventus was like Terra's little brother. And Aqua was the perfect successor, a Keyblade Master that was even better than him. Xehanort was ready to test them, so Aqua and Terra faced off. But during the exam, Ericus saw some darkness that was in Terra. The same darkness that was in Xehanort all those years ago. The same darkness that was in Baldur. He couldn't allow anyone to give into the darkness. Any amount of darkness, any lack of control was a mistake, a liability. No one was safe from evil. Not his grandfather, not his friends in school, and not his best friend. Before he knew it, his students did horrible things. And Xehanort was going to destroy everything. The same tragedy he thought about every night was happening again. Ventus was a trap. Terra couldn't be trusted, and Aqua fell behind. If Ventus lived, Xehanort would make him fight his darker half. He would forge the Kai Blade and control Kingdom Hearts. Ventus was the kindling that would light all of reality on fire. Ericus felt like he had only one choice. He had to kill Ventus. It was the only way. It was the same thing Xehanort did that tore them apart all those years ago. Terra tried to stop him. Ericus screamed as he tried to kill the son he never had, but Terra was too much like his master. He couldn't finish him. He couldn't kill the closest thing he had to a father. In that moment, Ericus finally understood his mistake. He couldn't defeat darkness with force. He needed to use empathy. He needed to accept the darkness as a part of life. If only he let go of his hatred, his misguided beliefs, maybe things would have been different. But in that moment, Xehanort killed him. He struck him down. It was just like Baldur said all those years ago. Everyone else were just stepping stones for their greatness. Ericus died in Terra's arms, turning into nothing but energy. He watched Terra suffer for over a decade, possessed and chained by Xehanort. In the end, Ericus didn't win their chess game with strategy. He didn't save his students by fighting. He saved the world by supporting others. If he never trained Terra, Ventus, and Aqua, Riku would have never gotten the Keyblade. Sora never would have become the child of destiny, and Terra never would have been freed from Xehanort's control. Everything that led to the world's being saved came from Ericus's love and admiration. Xehanort did destroy all the worlds, but Sora created a new reality. He would change destiny itself and save the universe from the Dark Seeker. When Xehanort finally died, when he was finally defeated, he and Ericus were together again. Xehanort was no longer held back by fate. He no longer needed to manifest this destiny to fulfill some prophecy fed to him by men in robes. Ericus's dream came true. He was a light in the darkness. He did purge the evil from Xehanort, but he did it with the power of empathy. And the two of them went to the final world together. And that's what I know about Ericus. Anyway, I'm Aloni the Bard. Thanks for listening. Bye. Whew, that was a rough one. I kind of threw that one together. Ericus is an interesting guy. There's not many characters that I have left to talk about in this series. The next thing I want to talk about is going to take a little longer than a week, so I might not post for a while. I'm taking a break for Christmas, and I want to start making some longer videos. So bear with me while I get some stuff ready behind the scenes, because the next video is going to be pretty complicated. I can't wait to finish talking about all the fascinating characters in this game. It's been a long journey, but it's not even close to over yet. I can't wait until I take everything that I've learned, all of my videos, all your comments, all the little additions I need to add, and really definitively explain the true story of Kingdom Hearts. I never expected these videos to get any views, let alone consistent ones. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best to not take too long to do these next ones. But if you want to, you should check out my other channel, Aloni. I talked about the best Souls-like Metroidvania ever, Hollow Knight. Maybe one of the best games I've ever played. Definitely the best game I've played in a while. It's a pretty good video, pretty good game. Anyway, see you later. Technically, see you next year. Oh. Anyway, bye.